Bob and Mark. It was great hearing the two of you conversing, and God bless on you two getting together and kind of making a new friendship. With that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Jim. Love to hear that voice in the morning. So with that, this is AA8CT turning it back to WB8BMW saying, go out and make somebody smile because it'll make you feel better. 73 is my friend, and probably in all likelihood and definitely possibly we'll talk again in the morning. Take care in 73s.
Boy, there was a lot of maybes in there. But, yeah, hopefully we'll meet again. All right, yeah, my aunt, she had detached retina later in life, and she went blind. Her son, Dewey, he went blind, but he was sighted up until about in his teenage, and then he went blind. But he went to teach at I think it was Bowling Green. They had a school for the blind, and he went as a teacher there, and he married a girl that was blind. So, yeah, I've seen it in my family, but you know, everybody's got a problem, and theirs is just a little more serious than ours was. So, but bless them all. Stay healthy and stay active. Alrighty, KDA, CFH, WB8, BMW. Good morning, Randy. And if you've got the redhead in your lap, you're doing all right. If it's a two-legged redhead that you got in your lap, you're probably busy. So how about it, Randy? Is your daughter sleeping and she okay?
KD8ZSH. Good morning, Jim. We're running a little late here. The little critters are gathered around Darla looking for handouts, so I don't have anybody in the lap. We heard from Janet last night. Right now they're talking about maybe trying to send him to a rehab facility, but just my opinion, that's going to be iffy because he's in a lot of pain, can't walk, can't hardly sit up on the bed, so I'm not sure how rehab's going to help. But apparently they said if that doesn't work out, then they're just going to send him to hospice. So appreciate those prayers. Keep on coming. I thought I smelled some smoke or something last night. Something just smelled different, kind of a little smoky smell in the air. So I went to bed last night, and I can smell a little bit of it this morning too, which is unusual for me because my head's usually plugged up. So that's about all I've got. Hope you and your wife have a great day, and everybody has a great rest of the week. Back to you, Jim.
All righty, Randy. Well, yeah. Well, I hope if Bob, no matter which way it's got to go, I hope, we can only hope that the end comes, painlessly. And but well. When it gets to a point like this, the only thing you can do is just, give him our thoughts and prayers that if he has to go, he'll go very calmly and nicely, and they'll have a radio up there for him, and he won't hurt no more. That's all we can hope for, I guess. All righty. Now we'll go on the other side of the page, and I was going to tell Tom this morning, K8 MNT WB8 VMW. I think maybe you ought to keep the critters inside today because that their heat and the air temperature and all the smoke, I don't think they should be out practicing in that, Tom. What do you think? WB8 VMW.
WBA-VMW. This is KA8MNT. Good morning, Jim, and everybody else that's here so far. Well, let's see. I have to agree, Jim. The temperature down here is only supposed to go to 89, but that just means it's going to be probably around the mid-90s down here. It's I've noticed that it's been 5 degrees lower reported than what it actually ends up being. So I don't think the gritters need to be out there. We're going to keep them well hydrated and probably not practice too much till this smoke gets out of the area. So that's what we're going to do with them. They're disappointed, but they realize it's for their own good. So there we go. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you, Jim. This is KA8MNT, back to WB8VMW.
W8WKY.
All righty, Tom. Well, hopefully we'll send another load of lollipop or ice popsicles down there for the guy. Tell him just to cool it, and then next time we'll get them out of state, more west, where there's not as much smoke. Take care. All righty, now let's go up. I don't know if Rod is handling the net or not this morning, but we're going to call for the pretty one this morning. KAJAX WB8VMW. Good morning, Wendy. Is Rod running the show afterwards?
Hey, good morning there, Jim, and all on the pre-net. You pulled the short straw here this morning, and this is W8JAX. We are portable pedestrian here this morning. Wendy's coming up behind me. She's waving at you, along with K9LUCY. And no, I will not be running the net. I'm not scheduled any time in the future yet. It should be Gary this morning. So anyway, we have 77 degrees down here in Jacksonville under mostly clear skies, although there's all kinds of jet contrails up there. And coming out of Orlando and Miami, headed north or south, whichever. And the stats for today for Akron. Stats for Akron today. You are going to lose 1 minute, 25 seconds of daylight today versus yesterday. And that brings total loss of daylight in the Akron area to 20 minutes since June 21st, the summer solstice there. Most of that's been later sunrises that have happened here, not so much earlier sunsets. But anyway, the good news is you guys up there have 55 more minutes of daylight than we do down here in northern Florida. So anyway, with that, I'll turn it back to the pre-net there, and yourself, Jim, thanks for giving us a call. W8JAX, portable pedestrian.
All righty, Rod. Well, yeah, we're going to get Mr. Chipper in here, but I know that you handle it expertly, of course, whenever you're needed. All righty, well, you tell all of them down there to stay safe, stay well. And I think they're a little bit too far south and east to be affected by this here smoke. But, enjoy the day. And everybody stay safe and stay well down there in the LUCY and the kids, of course. All righty, now we'll go down to Mark. We got a little time here. WB6BJN. Good morning again, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Jim. Good morning to everybody. And Sarah and I are doing well. I think Sarah's doing good. I talked to her earlier. She's, I think, in there still sleeping right now, but she's doing good. we don't have any smoke here yet. You know, that smoke can go clear around the world. We had forest fires in California, and the upper air jet stream, Jim, carried it clear into Europe. So it wouldn't take, if the wind flow is just right, that smoke can travel thousands of miles in the upper air jet. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. 30.06.6 on the barometer, and it is holding steady. 73.2 degrees and 72 on the dew point, real close on the dew point in temperature. 96% humidity. Calm winds, clear skies, and expected to be upwards close to almost 90 degrees. But thunderstorms are likely today. That's what came from Tempest. And you know what, Jim? For us guys that have been blind all of our life, blindness is not a problem. There are inconveniences, but if that's all you've known, it's no problem. You just figure things out and keep going and be happy. Back to you, sir. WB6BJ.
All righty, Mark. Well, Dewey, when he went blind at a young age, and after he went teaching at Bowling Green, I met him a couple times after that, and he said the only good thing that he can remember, or he is thankful for, is when somebody says, I wonder what a real pine tree looks like, or I wonder what this looks like. And he says that's one thing, that's in his mind, in his brain, there's a picture of a pine tree. And I don't know whether a pine tree is something special or something, but he says that people, they don't realize it's been blind since birth, what a pine tree looks like. And he said he's thankful that he knows what a pine tree looks like. All righty, Mark, you take care. And like you say, it's just an inconvenience because, you and Bob had a good conversation, and I like the way you're thinking. All righty, now we got to go up to Oklahoma before I run out of time. K5 CFY WB8 BMW.
WB8 BMW K5 CFY. Good morning, Jim. Wave a hand there at Miss Judy. Good to hear you yesterday on the Barometer Net. Got to hear you in there both hours, so appreciate that. Always good to hear you. And thank you for being here, getting my terrific Thursday started off right. So all is well here. I don't think I see any smoke or can smell it, but like Mark said, it can travel thousands of miles, so it may be here later. I don't know. Anyway, all is well here. Thanks for getting me in there, and we'll give it back to you. And you can turn it over to Gary when the time comes there. Back to you there, Jim. 73, all take care. K5 CFY.
All righty, Ray. Well, you and Fred, you guys have a great day, and I think you're far enough north that the smoke won't bother you. Maybe. Yeah, I remember when I was stationed in Formosa, I was a mail courier, and I had to fly, and we had a DC tree, and we would go to Yokohama, and then into Kwajalein, and then back is the route that we had to take. And they said, well, we got a tailwind, so we'll be about a half hour early. And then they said, well, we got a headwind, so it's going to be a little late. They said, we can slow our engines down and stay in the same spot if we get up high enough, and that air up there is fast. I mean, it's really fast. All right, I'm blabbing on here. Hey, CS. And Judy just was standing in the doorway waving, and I was talking. CS, custom select in certain circles. WB8VMW, and a whole passel of people out there waiting to get rid of me and start picking on you. Good morning, Mr. Chipper.
Good morning, Sarah and friends. And you too, Jim. CQ. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association. Barometer Net on the W8WKY repeater 147.39 megahertz, the PL 114.8. This is a controlled net open to any and all licensed amateurs. Please direct traffic through net control. Emergency and priority traffic is welcome to break into this net at any time. This morning, your net control operator is Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra. The name here is Gary. Yeah, it is. And, Jim, how you doing this morning on this thoroughly terrific Thursday? It's good to be here, and we'll see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. What do you say? WB8VMW, this is AA8CS. Good morning, Jim.
Well, Mr. Chipper, I'm finer than a frog hair split 4 ways. Yeah, it's been a pretty good morning. I got a guy coming out this morning. He's going to take a look at some of the windows in the porch, and either rebuild them or replace them. I don't know which. I'm going to see what he says. I got to keep that porch up and running in good fashion because, I hear that maybe I'll have some Florida people up this fall that might want to come and sit on the porch. All right. Well, everybody was doing good. We got smoke up there, and I ate my first summer squash out of my garden, and everything is right with the world. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Mr. Chipper, and I haven't told too many lies because Bill hasn't been in to jump on me, and he sort of warned me this morning, so I kept it pretty straight. So we're going to turn it over to you. And I'm going to go have me some bacon-flavored oatmeal. 7 trees, everybody. Thanks for putting up with me. Stay safe. Stay well. We need all the check-ins we can get. Back to Nat. She's still waving.
All right. Thanks for heating up the ether there, Jim. We do appreciate that. And you tell that lovely bride of yours to keep waving. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we love her. That's for sure. WB8VMW. We're going to clear with you. Let's lead off with our leader offer. Yeah. I don't even know if that's a thing. But anyway, KD8VMM. Brian, what say you? This is AA8CS.
Hey, good morning, Gary. Everybody on the net. 74 degrees was my overnight low. That's not much of a low, but pretty warm. Hot, hazy, humid today. A lot of smoke, so be careful with that. You should stay indoors if you have respiratory issues. And the heat's pretty bad out there. It was getting me pretty good yesterday. I was getting dizzy. My shirt was soaking wet. Just be careful. And I think it's supposed to be cooler next week, so hopefully we get some relief. Smooth run in Akron, and that's what I have. So. KD8VMM, and I'll be clear, 7-3.
All right, Brian, thank you for being here this morning. We do appreciate that. And thanks for leading us off, man. Do appreciate that as well. Consistency. That's a virtue. Anyway, KD8VMM. Brian, good to talk to you this morning, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. We're going to clear with VMM. Let's head out to Tulsa. K5CFY. Good morning, Ray. How you doing? This is AA8CS.
Hey,
WHCS K5CFY. Good morning, Gary. Thank you for being there with us. We definitely appreciate you getting our thoroughly terrific Thursday started off right. So good to hear you. Thanks for checking into the Border Breaker Net. It was always good to talk to you. So not much going on here. So I'll just give it back to you and let you get on down the list there. Again, thanks for being there for us. We appreciate it. K5CFY.
All right, Ray, thank you for being here, and thank you for being really a part of our family. There we go, our family, and you are certainly a big part of that, that's for sure. K5CFY, we're going to clear with you, Ray. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Clearing with CFY, let's head down to Jacksonville. K8JAX with W8JAX, and of course K9LUCY. Good morning, folks. How are we? This is AA8CS.
Hey, good morning there, Gary. Sorry, my node decided to ID right when you gave us a call there, so we had to wait for that. WHJAX, portable pedestrian, along with.
Good morning, Gary. This is K8JAX along with K9LUCY. We're having a beautiful morning down here in Jacksonville. Hopefully you and everyone else is having a great day as well.
Yeah, we're starting the day off at 77 here currently, and going up to about 90 degrees today. Pretty typical for northern Florida in the summer. And the ocean temperature is 84 degrees, and the seas are 2 foot. Pretty pitiful for the surfers out there. I was watching the surfers on the beach yesterday a little bit, and it was pretty pitiful trying to surf on 2 foot seas. They didn't get very far, so I feel bad for them, but it is what it is. Anyway, we have no Canadian smoke down here, at least not yet. Hopefully it won't make its way down here, but who knows. Back to you, Gary. Thanks for doing the net. WHJAX, portable pedestrian.
All right, Rod. Good to hear you. Before you go, how did the airplane flying last week go? Over.
Well, it went well, and the reason I say that is the plane came back in one piece. So it don't get any better than that, Gary. Back to you, WHJAX.
All right, Rod, thanks for that. I just had to know. I just did. All right, man, you take care. Don't forget, it's Thoroughly Terrific Thursday, so make sure you have one, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Wendy, take care. Always a pleasure. And we'll be calling you tomorrow morning bright and early. Clearing with the JAXs. That brings me to the bottom of my list. Let me make a couple quick announcements. Tonight is meeting night. Yeah, it is. It's already July 16th. And time for us to gather together. Wayne Harris is going to talk to us today about the Army Mars program, or tonight I should say, about the Army Mars program. Should be very interesting. And lastly, our next VE session is going to be August 1st. If you're planning on taking the test, we have a ton of information on our website, w8wky.org. All right, let's get our mobiles and part-timers in here. Did I really say that again this week? Let's get our mobiles and short-timers in here. Come on down. This is AA8CS, and I'm listening.
With Victor Mike Charlie, mobile. Kilo, Charlie 8 Golf Whiskey Mobile, short time. Whiskey 8, Sarah, Tango, Uniform, Stu, Shark, Ohio, Mobile.
WHGXX, mobile in and out.
Bravo 8, Mike Oscar, AV8, MO mobile.
W8GXX in and out. Have a great one, Gary.
AA8CS, this is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf, KD8SLG. Nick, back of the short bus, please.
N8, YMY, remember 8, Yankee Mike, Yankee John, in and out. Hope to see everybody today. Good morning. F8, Airport Coaster, Martin Watford, short time.
Right, here's who I have. VNC Mobile, and all of you, the mobile stand by, we'll get right to you. KC8GW Mobile, W8STU Mobile, WA8GXX was in and out, AB8MO Mobile, good morning Andy, KD8SLG, back of the short bus, N8YMY was in there, KJ5DIT, and KE8SFS short time. Who did I miss?
Fox Queen Victor will go in at the end of the list.
There's another station in there besides Fox Queen Victor. You did not. You're kind of in and out. You grabbed the repeater for a millisecond or two, and that's it. We're going to get on with this list if I could. VMC Mobile, go ahead. This is AA8CS. Good morning.
Hey, morning from near Wooster, Ohio. I always like saying Wooster. Operator Dan, Delta Alpha November, and just heading from Columbus, Ohio, up to my home, almost in Pennsylvania, Ashtabula County, Ohio. So just saying good morning. It's a beautiful morning, hazy here, 76 degrees going down the road northbound here, and very hazy and semi-overcast at times with all this heavy humidity and smoke. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for letting me in, and maybe I'll be back in tomorrow. Everybody enjoy your day. Whiskey 8, Victor, Mike, Charlie. Visual meteorological conditions. We'll see ya.
All right. Yeah, we love the phonetics. Yeah, Dan, thanks for stopping by, waving a hand. We appreciate that as well. W8VNC, we're going to clear with you. Let's see what's up with KC8GW Mobile to take it. This is AA8CS. And let's see. Stu, you're on deck. W8STU. Go ahead, GW.
Hello, everybody on the net. Hopefully I'm coming through pretty good. I'm just south of Toledo, heading up towards Wisconsin today with some airplanes up in Oshkosh. So I'm not sure how far I'm going to get before I lose you, so I'm going to make it quick. I appreciate everybody there. Stay out of the smoke if you can, and we'll talk to you later. 7-3, it's KC8GW.
All righty, yeah, solid copy there. Just a little bit of hash, but very solid copy. Be safe out there. Enjoy the show, and we'll talk to you again real soon. KC8GW Mobile. We're going to clear with you, and brings up Stu, W8STU. Like the sound of that, Stu. How you doing this morning? And Andy, AB8MO, you're on deck.
Good morning, Gary and the rest of that. Well, by golly, it's been a weird, different morning. I live up in Painesville Township, and I tell you what, that combination of smoke and fog, it was really thick at home. Now I'm in Geauga County, it's not as bad really at all. Back home, it was just unbelievable. Barely could see down the street. When I got in the room, and it was like, holy smoke. The visibility was down to probably about, good visibility was down to probably about
300 yards with that. But, well, it's 71 degrees, southbound Upper Road, of course, going up to, what is it, Wilson, no, I can't remember the name of the road, not Mayfield, but anyways, I'm getting closer to work. BP was 389 this morning when I went by, and, well, I think tomorrow's payday. That's always a good deal. With that, everybody have a great day. I hope you don't suffer breathing. And good morning to Andrew. I heard you in there, Andrew. Good morning. Hope you're having a good day. With that, I'll say 73, big A to the ladies. And until we talk again, God bless everyone. Back to net control, WSTU.
All right, Stu, very good. Thanks for being here, sir. And you take care. Don't get lost. And we'll talk to you again real soon, buddy. In the meantime, have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. All right, clear with STU. Let's see what is on Andy's mind. AB8MO to take it. This is AA8CS. What's up, Andy? Where are you heading this morning?
AA8CS or maybe it. Of course, as soon as I key, if somebody's dog starts barking. Portable pedestrian at the moment. I was mobile. Cross-banding at the moment to my car, although I could probably hit the repeater directly with the handheld. But I wanted to make sure I was solid into the system. Well, enjoying this Canadian smoke at no additional charge. That's always good, I guess. As long as they don't charge us a tariff, right, for the smoke. And it's interesting seeing the sun, all the haze, the sun, orange. I don't want to stare at it, but it's an interesting aura going on with the smoke. So keep it brief. Glad I was able to get in here this morning. I'm running a few errands. Saw a friend of mine for breakfast this morning, so shared with him about what happened at the house fire, and we were talking about some other things as well, including a possible trip to Cedar Point here in another couple of weeks. So looking forward to that. So just trying to get my walk in here before it gets too hot. And smoke isn't too bad. It's noticeable, but it's not terrible here in Middlefield. Is there, Gary? AANCS or maybe AMO, portable pedestrian.
All right, Andy, get that walk in. I can't believe you've already had breakfast, and so obviously you're one of those morning people. I meant to add. I actually meant to add it a little quicker than I did. I didn't mean to say you were one of those, you know. Should I dig a little deeper? Andy, take care, man. Have a great day. And while you're at it, make sure it's thoroughly terrific. This is AA8CS. Time to move on here. Let's see. N8YMY. John, take it away. This is AA8CS and KG5 DIT. You're on deck.
Good morning, Gary, and everybody out there. And actually, it is starting to get a little hazy down here in Canton. Noticing it more now that the sun's trying to come out. It's kind of like almost like there's a photo filter on the sun right now. It's really weird. Anyhow, we're just hanging out down here at the ballpark and just trying to beat the heat. And hope to get to see everybody tonight at the meeting and catch a few of you for a refresher before the meeting. So with that, I'll say 7-3s. Everybody try to stay hydrated today and out of the smoke. N8YMY. Catch you soon.
All right, John, very good. Yep, meeting tonight, and we will be there. Should be a good one. Again, Wayne Harris from Army Mars is going to talk to us about Army Mars. Interesting individual who actually showed up at our field day. So, and our president took care of the rest. All right, we're going to clear with you, John. Take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. We'll talk again soon. KJ5 DIT in Arkadelphia. Good morning, Matthew. What's up? This is AAHCS and SFS. You're on deck.
Good morning. My angels are still asleep, so it's a quiet morning. I missed you the last couple of days. Evidently, EchoLink had been down, so it's good to hear you. Got a busy day with the kids. We're working and getting all their baubles and whatever they need for school. This coming year, it's going to be less than a month before they start back up. And in some respects, we're looking forward to that because they're all going to go to the same school. We don't have to drop one off at one school and then go drop the other one off at the next. They're all going to the same one. We're looking at about 68 degrees this morning, a high of about 90. It's a little cool for our normal summers, but we'll take it. And it is a beautiful day. It looks clear out there. There were kind of heavy clouds and rain yesterday. So, y'all have a beautiful morning. 73.
KJ5DIT, AAHCS. All right, Matthew, you have a beautiful morning as well. And don't forget that it's Thoroughly Terrific Thursday, so make sure you have one of those as well. All right, clearing with DIT. Let's pick up KE8SFS. Good morning, Mark. What say you?
Well, I just woke up a little while ago when I heard you and Jim talking. And boy, I was up late that night. I was doing laundry. And I'm going to be doing laundry again today. And I don't know if I'm going to make the meeting tonight, with all that laundry, and I'll try to make it. If I don't, well, I don't, it depends. But all that, with all this smoke going on in the air, hey, I remember when we didn't have that prawn, wish it was like that again, it seems like every year now we got it with this smoke, out of that, that's pretty much what I'm going to say, so I hope you run the net good today, Gary. So I'll give it back to you. See you at 8 there, Buckles there.
All right, Mark, I got to tell you something about the laundry. Laundry day is tomorrow on Friday. That's laundry day. I know that because NABAY, Ralph, tells me that every Friday. That Friday's laundry day. So it'll be there tomorrow. We'll see you at the meeting tonight. Man. And if you can't make it, we understand. All right, Mark, thanks for being here this morning on this Thoroughly Terrific Thursday. We'll talk to you again real soon. All right, we're at the back of the short bus. KD8SLG. Good morning, Nick. What say you, my friend?
AAHCS, this is KD8SLG. Good morning, Gary, and all of the Barometer netizens. I'm going to start the morning by quoting South Park. Blame Canada, blame Canada. It's already hazy and tough breathing out there this morning. I was out watering early this morning. Had my HT with me. Busy morning on the repeater here. I tried to jump in there like 4 or 5 times between 6 and 6:30, and every time I unkeyed, somebody was talking. That brings me joy. Glad to hear people on the radio. It is Meeting Thursday. And, you know, Gary, I've instituted a new policy. The only meetings I go to are the ones that can't start without me. I'll be at this meeting tonight. Looking forward to hearing from Wayne Morris. I've got another big announcement. I kind of let the cat out of the bag last night on the Beacon Net, but you want to hear what it is, Gary?
Oh, absolutely. And do I have the guy's name wrong? I thought it was Harris. It's Morris. And if that's true, I sorry. Back to you.
No, it's Wayne Harris. I just can't read my own writing. Thanks. It's right on the slide. I can tell you that anyway. K3LR and DX Engineering Tour locked down a date yesterday. So that's going to be October 3rd. Last time we went was October 12th, 2024. And it was a great day. It was cool. The leaves were changing, so we got kind of another date there like that. So looking forward to that. I know you missed the last time, Gary, because I kind of had to take your place, I think. So when I get a time locked down and all the other details, then we'll start talking about signing up and seeing who's going. But October 3rd is going to be our DX Engineering and K3LR tour this year. So exciting stuff. I'll see you tonight, Gary. I'll be at Casa Nuestra before the meeting, and hope to see a bunch of you there at 7. Thanks, man. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. It's KD8 SLG, back to net control. So how much of that did you get?
I didn't get anything. Oh, boy. All right. Anyway, yeah, I'm here. Let's see. Let me grab a quick nickel, reset everything, and we will begin again.
AHCS, it's KC1 VQS. His direct client, his DV switch keeps locking everything open every time he keys up. KD8 SLG.
KC8 FQV, you are in the log, sir. Go ahead. This is AAHCS.
Great morning, Gary, and everyone. Yeah, great nets last night, all of them. 72 degrees out here, and there is a slight fog up here, so it must be burnt. It must vary. When I was looking at some of the cameras, they were fog varying densities. But yep, I got DV switch monitoring, but it sounds like I'm coming through good. So everyone have a good day, and yeah. Well, the way it looks right now, I hope it don't rain this evening because the Shard and Polka band's coming to town. Although they could change it and go to the event center, there's a big tent behind the Aurora Twesway Inn, and they have gone there in the past when it's going to rain. So I'll have to look at Facebook and see. They might change it. Because the way it looks right now, either it looks rain or it's really bad and the smoke's moving in. I don't know which. But we'll send it back to net control, Gary. KC8 FQV.
All right, we're going to clear with KC8FQV, and this next round I'm going to pencil in KA8MNT, WB6BJN, K8AGW, and N8WS. You guys are in the log standby. We'll get to you shortly. We are taking check-ins. If you are mobile or short time, let me know, and I will accommodate as best I can. This is 888CS for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net, and I'm listening.
November 8, VSA Kilo Oscar, Joe and Willoughby checking in.
KC1 VQS, Paul.
Please copy Kilo, Echo 8, Uniform, India, Bravo, KE8, UIB, John, Mobile, Mobile in.
Kilo, Echo 8, CWX, Oscar X-Ray, morning. KE8, VOX, Scott and Vermilion.
W8WKY.
Kilo 4, Oscar Golf, K4OG, marking complete.
AA8CS in the net, Whiskey 8 Tango Delta, W8TD, John in Wadsworth.
November 8, Victor Foxtrot Kilo, N8, BFK, Cliff Columbia Station.
Kilo 8, Mike, Echo, Mobile, in and out.
What's happening? For you getting into your receiver, you're hearing us there, but the local 7.5 machine, you would only hear it when your receiver unkeys. You would hear that's this one. But your signal is getting into our receivers here. That's just amazingly cool to see it work out that way.
AA8CS, this is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Quebec X-Ray, KE8, VQX, Joe in Akron.
Good morning, Gary. Whiskey 8, Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, W8, HRF, Josh Mobile.
That links over to your system. Well, that links over to our point. There's 11 elements up 180 feet, and it's running low power, but of course when the band is like this, who'd have thought it'd be making it all the way to Chicago?
Go, Gary.
49962 disconnected.
All right, thank you, Nick. And yeah, that was exciting. Yes, it was. Here is who I have. JKO's in the log. ZSH is in the log. VQS is in the log. UIB. And I'm assuming Lori is with MDTP. In the log. VOX, K4OG, W8TD, N8VFK. There was an in and out mobile. You were in and out of the repeater. I didn't quite pick it up. I'm going to ask you to re-identify, if you would, the in and out mobile. And I also have VQX and HRF in the log. Josh, your mobile, stand by. The Kilo 8 mobile who was in and out, please re-identify. Thank you.
AA8CS, this is KAMRE, Mike, Mobile, in and out. Have a great day, Gary. Thank you.
There it is. Thanks, Mike. I do appreciate that very, very much. Okay, let's get Josh in here. W8HRF Mobile to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning.
AA8CS, W8HRF. Good morning, Gary and everybody on the net. Happy club meeting Thursday. That was cool to hear the VE3 MMX repeater coming through someone's Allstar Node. Sounds like they're enjoying a band opening to Chicago. All right, that's neat. There's been some good band openings lately. I mean, between 6 meters and what, I know Bill the other day was saying Trapo was between a 0 and a 6 or a 1 and a 6 in Ohio, so that's kind of neat. So I'm slowly filling up my 6 meter contacts for across the country, so on FT8. But got one voice contact on 6 meters down to Florida, so that was neat. But anyways, just heading into work and looking forward to the meeting tonight. I've got the projector, so if Mike's listening, I got that, and put his mind at ease. And what else is going on? I guess that's about it. Lucy and the kids are up and about, and that's about it. So looking forward to seeing you all tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about field day results. The club's field day stuff is submitted, so we can talk a little bit about our preliminary scores and things, and then also about the upcoming events like the Lighthouse event. So maybe I'll see you tonight, Gary. Hopefully see you tonight, and we'll go from there. AA8CS, W8HRF, 73 all.
W8HRF, this is AA8CS. All right, Josh. Yeah, you'll see me there. I will be there with bells on, maybe even my name tag. You never know. All right, Josh, thanks for being here, buddy, and have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, because it is. Yeah, for sure. All right, KE8UIB to take it. This is AA8CS. I'm assuming DTP there as well. This is AA8CS. Go ahead, John.
AA8CS from KE8UIB along with KF8DTP. Good morning, Gary, and everybody on the net.
Good morning, Gary, and everybody on the net. Happy Thursday.
All right, you guys, we are trucking along doing our daily drive here. We're on the backside of Akron-Canton Airport on Greensburg Road right now, and yeah, the air quality today is kind of already nasty, and unfortunately the day is just getting hotter. So, man, I think unfortunately this is one of those summer days where it might just be best to stay posted up inside and some air conditioner and some clean air. Let me see, I'll keep the door shut at work and sweat a little bit more today, keep the exhaust fan on as much as I can, try to keep clean air in there. So that is the game plan today, this morning, you guys. So, and that's about it. So with that, you guys, this is KE8UIB along with KF8DTP.
We are living that $5 dream, a nickel at a time. Through, y'all.
Thanks for running that this morning, Gary.
KE8UIB with KF8DTP. This is AA8CS. Thanks, John and Lori, for being here. We do appreciate it. You guys have a lot of fun, and it just kind of rubs off on us, so thank you for that. Clear with UIB and DTP. Let's see. I think that's all of our mobiles. Let's go to the top. We're going to start off with Joe, NA to JKO to take it. This is AA8CS. Randy, KD8ZSH, you are on deck, sir. Go ahead, Joe. This is AA8CS. Good morning.
Good morning, Net Control, and good morning, everybody on the net. This is NAJKO. Well, we've got 71 degrees and about, 85% humidity here along the beautiful north coast in Willoughby, Ohio. They're talking about the heavily contaminated skies regarding those fires from Canada. And I'm checking the Air Now map, and yeah, we're already starting to see impacts here. Not quite as bad as what may be hitting Detroit and such, at least according to this map. But yeah, all I can say is stay tuned. Welcome to another adventure on planet Earth. As far as the day goes, we're going to be just taking care of general business here, taking care of general things, and hopefully we'll avoid general confusion. So just counting our blessings. So with that, I'll send it back to Net Control with best wishes to everyone. Please take care. God bless you all in 7-3. NAJKO, back to Net Control.
N8JKO88HCS. All right, thanks to you for that update, Joe. Yeah, it's going to get worse before it gets better, that's for sure. Joe, thanks for being here. Don't forget it's Thoroughly Terrific Thursday. Make sure you have one. They're free, they're fun, and sometimes very necessary. N8JKO, clearing with you. Let's see what's on Randy's mind. How's Bob, Randy? I heard what you talked about this morning, and that makes me sad. It really does. I remember having a lunch with Janet and Bob a couple years ago at the family restaurant down there by St. Vincent St. Mary's. Randy, take it away. KD8ZSH, AA8CS, and KA8MNT. Tom, you're on deck.
W8WKY.
KD8ZSH. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, just a quick repeat. They're talking about wanting to send Bob to a rehab facility. The one they had named was out in Tommy's. They're working on trying to get the paperwork and stuff squared away, so it's not official yet. But they also said if that doesn't work out, then they're going to send him to hospice. But as I indicated to Jim, I'm not totally optimistic. Night before last, he had a bad night. He's to the point where he can't walk without severe pain. He can't even sit up in bed without severe pain. So, but it's something. I guess they're trying something, and we have to assume, it's like I've always heard, it isn't over till it's over. So, appreciate all the prayers, and hope you guys have a great rest of the week. And if you got respiratory problems, definitely try to stay indoors if you can, because they're saying today's supposed to be the worst day for us here. So you guys have a good one. Be safe out there. KD8 GSH clear, back to net. 73s, everyone.
All right, Randy, very good. Please tell Janet that we are thinking about her, and thoughts and prayers are coming her way, that's for sure. And Bob's, of course. KD8ZSH, we're going to clear with you, Randy. Take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. And we'll do this again soon. Yes, we will. Maybe tomorrow. KD8ZSH, clearing with you. Let's pick up Tom in Canton. KA8MNT to take it. This is AA8CS. Tom, how you doing? How's that lovely wife of yours, and are you guys planning on coming to the meeting tonight? I haven't seen you in a while. KA8MNT to take it. AA8CS on this end.
AA8CS, this is KA8MNT. Good morning, Gary, and everybody else that is on the net so far. Well, we have a nice sunny morning at 77 degrees. No wind, no rain, and the barometer is at 30.02. Today's high is going to be 89, mostly cloudy, which is probably going to be smoke, with a 3% chance of rain. So we're, excuse me, a couple of frogs jumping around. I'll be, hang on. Wow. Okay, I think I'm back. No, I'm not either. Oh, well. Linda and I are looking to possibly come this evening. We're going to be, she says it's time for some Mexican. So we'll come up, and she said that the program tonight sounds interesting. So we will probably be there. As far as that goes. Let's see, what else is going on? Not much of anything else going on. The Canton Club put up their numbers last night at the club meeting, we had 2,262 QSOs. In a 24-hour period, that's about 94 and a half QSOs an hour. We had a lot of guys stop in and continually work the radios, so we were lucky this year. That's over 10,000, excuse me, 10,000 at some points, I believe. So they did pretty good this year. What else is going on? Not much of anything. I have an old 6-meter Gonset communicator too that is being worked on, and hopefully I will have that on the air soon, or however long it takes. So I'm excited about that. And I've rambled on long enough, so let me grab a quick nickel. KA8MNT returning. Attention dog owners. Veterinarians have put out some information for you. If your dog has a high fever, go to the store and buy some mustard, because mustard and hot dogs go together. And with that, I'm going to say 7-3s, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy. Keep smiling. This is Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango, turning everything over to the terrific Thursday morning and Academy Award winning AAHCS.
All right, Tom, slather them up. All right, man, thank you for that. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you and Linda tonight. You guys take care. In the meantime, have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. Yeah, we'll talk to you again tomorrow and tonight. Yeah, it'll be fun. All right, we're going to clear with MNT. Let's head out to Enfield, Maine. KC1 VQS. Good morning, Paul. How are you? How is Riga? Hopefully the cone of shame has disappeared, and she is doing just fine. KC1 VQS to take it. This is AA8CS and WB6 BJN. Mark, you're on deck.
Yeah, good morning, Gary, and all the Barometer netizens. Riga is doing fine. The hotspot is completely healed up. I even let her back in swimming yesterday. The only thing is I'm making sure when she comes out I towel her off pretty dry, but she had fun doing that. The ear infection is clearing up. The cone of shame is gone, and she is grateful for that, I'm sure. And she's kind of really back to normal, so I can see she's acting much better, and she's more active and more herself than she has been in the last week. Our daughter is here for the week. She came. We'll have her through the weekend, so that's fun. And my son and daughter-in-law are coming tonight. We have in the next town over, 8 miles away, Lincoln. We have the Loon Festival this weekend, and they have a food truck, and they do different things, coffees and stuff like that, and they do pretty well at it every year. So we enjoy that because we get to see them, and they come here because it's close, and they live in southern Maine. So that will be a fun time. It looks like the weather's going to be great for that. There's all kinds of vendors and food, and there's a parade and fireworks and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty busy weekend, but a fun weekend as well. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to Friday and Sandra having the weekend off. And, yeah, just enjoying the good weather. It looks like it's going to be good. So I'm going to turn it back to you, Gary, and hopefully we'll keep Riga healthy here and on the mend moving forward. KC1 BQS, back to net.
KC1VQS, AA8CS. All right, Paul, that is a great report. Thank you for that. Glad Riga is on the mend. Actually, sounds like mended. Yeah, that's terrific. Sounds like you have a busy weekend coming up, so enjoy that. It sounds like the weather's going to cooperate. Sounds like you are in good hands, sir. Good to hear all that. KC1VQS, we're going to clear with you. Let's head down to Clarksville, Tennessee. WB6BJN to take it. This is AA8CS and VOX. You're on deck.
W8WKY.
Hey, thank you there, Gary. This is WB6BJN. Good morning to everyone this morning. Good to hear everybody out there. I need to talk about the health issues around the weather in the Midwest. The Midwest, all the way into the eastern seaboard, health issues, health situations because of this wildfire smoke that's coming in from Canada. And folks, this is a product of El Nino. And because Canada is not getting any rain, it's dry, and they've got lots of wildfires. That's a product of El Nino, and that has been predicted, and it's just getting started. We haven't even reached the peak. So, unfortunately, those poor people in Canada are suffering with extreme wildfires, drought, dry conditions. It's very dry, and that smoke is coming into the United States via Canada. And so people need to be very conscious. Let me take a break. Conscious with this very strong dome of high pressure that's clamped over the area, bringing not only heat, but unhealthy fire smoke. Now, there is a little bit of relief coming. There could be some thunderstorms as a low-pressure area tries to nudge in over the weekend. There is a cold front that's going to come through next week that could bring even some more bigger thunderstorms at the first of the week to much of the area. That will help. But there's just a lot of this smoke, and it's going to be a very dangerous situation, especially for those who have lung problems, heart problems. Stay indoors. Do not go out if you can keep from it today and tomorrow. Over the weekend, there may be a little relief from some showers and thunderstorms that could come through. There is a tropical disturbance in the northeastern Gulf. That could bring tropical moisture to the mid-south. That would be me in Tennessee. Also Florida. It's being watched very carefully to where it could bring showers and thunderstorms to much of the southern United States and mid-south, like Tennessee and parts of the areas around here. So we're going to watch that. Temperatures in the 80s and 90s today. California, hot and dry, but a low-pressure area moving it up there could be making it a little cooler for the weekend, and then probably warming back up sometime next week. So summer is here. In the tropics, there is a system in the northeastern Gulf of the Atlantic Basin, in the Gulf of America, and that could spin up into a tropical storm, maybe next week, right off the Gulf in Florida and parts of the Gulf Coast states. So we want to watch that. In the Pacific, we got Alita in the Pacific. Let me take a break. And she's moving in a northwesterly direction. That could bring some more tropical moisture into places like Arizona, the southwest deserts, and for the monsoonal type situation out there. So lots of smoke in the eastern seaboard. Can't stress that enough. Back to you there, Gary. Everybody have a great weekend coming up. I'll be back in here tomorrow with more weather. And back to you, sir. WB6BJN.
WB6BJN. This is AA8CS. Thank you, Mark. Thanks for being here this morning. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. And great report as usual. WB6BJN. We're going to clear with you. Heading up to the North Coast, KE8VOX to take it. Good morning, Scott. How you doing? I'm going to call Dan next. K8AGW. And Bill right after that, NAWS, but was wondering if you heard any more about Dan. Scott, take it away. This is AA8CS.
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, all the listeners. This is KE8VOX. Scott up here on the smoky, hazy, stinky shores of Lake Erie. Got the smoke coming in here heavy, enough to burn your eyes if you go outside. One thing nice about it, it gives some beautiful sunsets, just gorgeous sunsets. But that's the only thing good about it. And the latest update I got was Marie, KF8ANS, talked to Fran on Tuesday, and Josh, KE8YUG, also talked to Dan. And he's still not able to talk on the radio, and he's saying how weak he is. But the good news there is his daughter's flying in, and she should have been here yesterday. So hopefully she gets him to the doctor, or gets him well at least, so he can get back on the radio and start modulating again. And that's the latest update I got on North Coast Dan there, Gary. But starting out at 76.1 degrees, no rain for the last 5 days. Barometer holding steady at 29.83, and lake temperatures 77.5. The wind's light out of the east-southeast between 4 and 2. And the wave action is it's less than a foot. What I can see of it, it's a heavy haze over the lake from the forest fires. But otherwise, that's the way it's going up here on the shoreline, Gary. Still in the process of moving to the new place. Going to be out of here before August 1st. So happy about that. Took a while. Took a year, I think. But it's finally happening. That's it. Thanks for doing the net. Thanks for getting me in. Have a great day. AA8 Custom Select, KE8VOX.
All right, Scott. Very good, sir. Glad to hear that move is imminent now. The new digs should be a lot of fun. Yeah, if you talk to Dan or Mama Fran, just tell him that he's still on deck and he's still on the nice list. And matter of fact, I'm going to give him a courtesy call as soon as I'm done with you. Scott, thanks for being here, buddy. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow. KE8VOX, we're going to clear with you. Next up, K8AGW, Dan on the North Coast. This is AA8CS and NAWS. You're on deck. Nothing heard. N8WS to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning, Bill. What say you? N8WS. This is AA8CS. Alrighty, nothing heard. K4OG. Bail me out here, Mark. This is AA8CS. Good morning. This, I hope I'm modulating. K4OG to take it with W8TD on deck.
K4OG sounding great, Gary. Sounding great out there. Yeah, I risk coming out in the smoke to talk to you on RF the way it should be. Gary, I'm really sorry to hear about Bob and Janice, and yeah, Jim said on the Pajama Net last night he hoped Bob is not in pain, but apparently that's not the case. And North Coast Dan, God blessings to him. Get well and return to radio RF soon. Gary, on the better note, I scored an amazing deal on a different website, a different eBay website, Macari.com. I was looking for a GE Smart Indoor Smoker, and it arrived yesterday. Brand new as advertised, never been opened. I fired it up and got it synced with Wi-Fi, and I just hope I didn't contribute to all this smoke out here. But in good ham fashion, we're trying to make lemonade out of lemons. I took some cheddar cheese, put it in cheesecloth, hung it up on the balcony, and hopefully I'll come home to some smoked cheddar. K4OG, back to AA8CS.
Okay, Mark. Let me regain my composure here. Yeah, that is such a great idea, Mark. I'm telling you, buddy. You know, lemonade out of lemons. There we go. Yeah. K4OG, we're going to clear with you. Let's see what's on John's mind. W8TD to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning, John.
AA8CS in the net. W8TD. Good morning, all. Well, we'll see how that cheese comes out, Mark. Maybe after the flies get to it, it'll be extra good. Let's see, we talked yesterday, I think it was, about how folks think that satellites affect astronomers when they don't. However, smoke, airborne smoke, particulates certainly do. So that causes a major problem for astronomers in the northern part of the U.S., northern half. So, bummer. Tomatoes are thriving. If the weather stays like this, they'll probably start turning a little bit early, which is fine with me. I'm looking forward to it. I can already predict. Whoa. Sorry about that. I don't even know what radio that is. The 5.2 base station is turned on in anticipation of maybe some enhancement, since there appears to be some enhancement today. I can already predict I'm not going to be in the mood to cook this afternoon, so I will probably see people at Casa Nuestra. 73 all. Stay inside if you can. AA8CS in the net, W8TD.
All right, John, good to hear you this morning. It's been a while, so don't be a stranger, and we'll talk to you again hopefully tomorrow. See you tonight. Yeah, that'll be fun. W8TD. Clear with you. Let's see what's on Cliff's mind. N8VFK to take it. This is AA8CS and VQX. You're on deck.
AA8CS in the net, N8VFK. Good morning, Gary, and all listeners out there. Here in Columbia Station, I've got currently 73 degrees, 71 on the dew point, 94% humidity, barometer 30.06 and steady. No wind to speak of. Looking at the trees, leaves aren't even fluttering. But boys, it's smoky out there. Whoa. My eyes are already burning. And it's not the kind of smoke that Cheech and Chong used to refer to in Up in Smoke. Hi, hi. Or should I say, chuckle, chuckle. Early this morning, I was listening to a conversation with Mark, WB6BJN, and a gentleman from Toledo, just about 5 miles west of Toledo, WD8PIC, a guy named Bob. And I was watching the dashboard, and I was kind of surprised to see Bob from Toledo was hitting the Doylestown QRF. And I was like, wow. So after they were done having their conversation, I jumped in and asked Bob what he was running, and he's got a, I think he said it was a Kenwood connected to a diamond vertical at 50 watts, and he was coming in. He was holding the repeater solid and crystal clear audio. Boy, so the 2 meter is really up. So I figure after the net and get something to eat, I'm going to sit down on my radio, and I only have 2 meter 440 hooked up right now. But turn on the band scope and see what I can find out there, and see if I can reach out and touch someone. With that, I'll turn it back over to you, Gary. AACS, this is N8VFK, 73s, y'all.
All right, Cliff, sounds like a plan. Yeah. See how 2 meters is doing. Sounds exciting. So you'll have to let us know how you make out tomorrow. Well, how you make out today, you can tell us tomorrow. That's what I meant to say. N8VFK, we're going to clear with you, Cliff. Take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, my friend. Let's see what's up with Joe. KE8VQX. This is AAHCS. Good morning, Joe. How you doing?
AAHCS, this is KE8VQX. Good morning, Gary. And the net, I'm doing well. Let's see, weather according to my machine, 75.5 degrees. The wind is calm. Let's see, 88% humidity. Barometer is about 3001. Lots of condensation nuclei in the air, from which I was taught way back when contributes to poor visibility, which... I was looking at the airport weather. The airports around here are reporting 3 miles in haze. Now they're calling it smoke. So actually, I think Lorraine's got 1.25 miles visibility, and Cleveland's got 2 in smoke. So yeah, smoky. You can smell it out there too. Kind of interesting. Anyways, playing around yesterday with this antenna that my co-pilot and I each bought one when we were in Anaheim the other day at the HRO. And it's just yet another telescoping loaded coil thing with the tappy jig on the bottom. And I don't know when I'm going to learn. It's probably about the 3rd one I got of these. It might be good when you're sitting on top of a mountain someplace, but certainly not good in your backyard. But it was fun to play with until the heat got me. Part of the plan of the day is to hit the meeting tonight, so hopefully I'll see everybody there. Thanks for getting me in, Gary. This is K8VQX, back to AAHCS.
All right, Joe, very good. Thank you for that. Yeah, I was looking at one of those 2 years ago at Hamvention, and I forget, it was a major vendor guy that had... I mean, obviously, very compromised antenna like that, and I ended up not buying it, so I was very excited about not buying it. But I was kind of chomping at the bit to try it, but I'm thinking, how good could it really be? Anyway, fun to play with, as you mentioned, Joe, and it will be good to see you this evening. You'll have to tell us all about it. KE8VQX, we're going to clear with Joe. I'm at the bottom of my list. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net on the W8WKY repeater. Name here is Gary. The call is AAHCS, and I'm looking for check-ins. Come on down. Join the fun. This is AAHCS, and I'm listening.
Good morning, Gary. Katie 8NEO, Darrell in Holmes County.
November 8, Whiskey Sugar, Bill in New London.
Kilo 8, Golf.
Kilo 8,
Franklin, I'm
Charlie Whiskey Sierra, Corbin in Columbus. Good morning, Gary.
Kilo Delta 8, November Echo Oscar, Katie 8NEO, Darrell in Holmes County.
Kilo Charlie 8, Lima Yankee Golf, KC8LYG, Rick Portable in Masson, Ohio.
Comment. W2JLS John on the road.
November 8, Bravo Alpha Yankee N8 BAY Ralph in Stowe.
K8 KCS Kilo 8 Kilo Charlie Sierra Zach from Dalton. In and out today, please. 73.
All right, here's the lineup. KD8NEO, N8WS. GGG, I think. I didn't get the prefix, but stand by. We'll get to you in just a second. K8CWS, K88NEO, KC8LYG, W2JLS, N8BAY, and K8KCS. Zach, you got a new call? Over.
AA8CS in the net. Yes, this is K8KCS. I was formerly KF8ELA. Got a vanity call recently, and just want to check in, say good morning. We'll send it back to net. K8KCS 73.
And you said you were in and out this morning, right?
That would be affirmative.
All right, Zach, very good. You threw me a bit of a curveball there, and I just had to inquire because I have an inquiring mind. There you go. All right, congrats on the vanity call, and we'll try to incorporate that into, I'll have to assimilate the new call and the voice, and we'll see how all that works out. It should take me, I don't know, no more than 3 or 4 years to do that. All right, we're going to clear with KCS. I gave you the lineup. Let's start off with our comment. Go ahead, comment. This is AA8CS.
AA8CS, this is KD8SLG. Everybody's talking about 2-meter propagation this morning. I don't know if everybody knows about this site or not, but go to vhf.dxview.org. Click on the map, and they use the APRS system to show how the propagation is going on 2 meters, and it's really blowing up this morning. Thanks, Gary. KD8SLG, back to net control. See you tonight.
All righty. Thanks for that, Nick, and we definitely will see you tonight. KD8SLG, we're going to clear with you. Thanks for that info. If you're chasing 2 meters, that sounds like a place to be. Okay. I didn't hear any mobile, so we're just going to start at the top. KD8NEO to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning.
Good morning, Gary. KD8NEO. Sorry for double check here, but sometimes it's hard for me to get in. Well, by golly, gas is like $3.69 here, and the watering hole is getting pretty warm here in Holmes County there. And we keep the road apples pretty warm here. By golly, they're starting to shrivel up as well there. So you have a good morning, and don't try to get too smoked out up there. Thanks for doing the net. KD8NEO, back to you.
All right, Daryl, very good. Thank you for that, and we'll try not to get all smoked out, but I don't know, it's kind of crazy. It seems to happen quite often. We'll just see how it goes. All right, sir, always a pleasure. Take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, because it is. All right, N8WS is back with us. Good morning, Bill. What say you?
AA8CS in the group, N8WS. Good morning, Gary, and my apologies. I'm sorry, I dozed off. I'm sure you called me before, but a couple of rough nights in a row, and today isn't much better. And thanks to John for his comment yesterday about my signal. I think I finally got this radio straightened out where I can get on the net without having too much trouble. Let me break for time. Okay, air quality index this morning is between a 2 and an 8. That's the highest it's been in a long time. Trapo's at 137. That's the reason 2 meters is open so wide everywhere. Listen to W9TER repeater in Indiana this morning. that was quite odd. My sunrise this morning is at 6:07. My sunset at 9:01. Length today 14 hours 52 minutes. Solar flux indices at 100. Sunspot number 50. A is 12. K is 2. Geomagnetic field is quiet. No e-skip predicted. I got 74 degrees this morning. Humidity 97%. Wind speed northwest at 6 miles an hour. Barometer 30.06. 2.73 degrees. Visibility 3 miles. Prediction for today is widespread smoke, mainly between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 88. North winds 3 to 8 miles an hour. And we all know it's smoke from Canada. The wildfires there are sending their smoke to us today. SpaceWeather.com. Farside Sunspot Report. Europe's solar orbiter is currently stationed over the far side of the sun, and it is seeing 2 large sunspots. One of them is crackling with M1 class solar flares. According to the spacecraft's onboard X-ray detector, these sunspots will turn toward Earth within a week. And this sounds like a real bad idea. Since SpaceX began launching Starlink satellites in 2019, astronomers have grown increasingly concerned it's almost impossible now to take a deep sky image without satellite streaks in the background. The mega constellation numbers nearly 11,000 functioning satellites, and SpaceX launched another 1,730 during the first half of 2026 alone. Soon, Starlink may be the least of our worries. Good picture. Take a look if you got time. Last week, the FCC authorized Reflected Orbital Incorporated to launch a huge space mirror named Earth-Endi-1 from an orbit about 625 miles high. It will cast a moving 5-kilometer wide light patch of light onto the Earth about at a bright full moon. There's more to this article. I can't read it all for you. Currently, you got time, take a look at that. That's very interesting. They want to launch a whole lot more of them. Currently, there's only 2 sunspot groups on the sun. Yeah, that's kind of odd. We haven't been that low in a long time. Back to you, Gary. Everybody have a great rest of the week. AAHCS in the group, 7-3, everyone. NHWS.
All right, Bill, another splendid report. And, of course, I called you earlier, but you're here now, and that's what's important. So thank you for that. And thanks for being here. You take care. If you want to take another nap, go ahead. Yeah, you have my permission. But make sure you have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, because it is. All right, we're going to clear with NAWS. I copied GGG. I don't know if that's it or something close to that. I apologize for that, but can you come back? And you are up. And Corbin, CWS, you're on deck.
Hey, good morning, Gary. It is James here, Kilo 8 GGG, K8 GGG. I think I doubled up with someone there on the end of their transmission, so my apologies if so. If not, I may be having an issue with my radio. All of the audio this morning has been kind of clippy and cutting in and out, so I should be well within range of the repeater right now, but I'm having some weird audio issues, so it might be on my end. Anyways, I'm just on the way to the doctor appointment. I'm driving up 77 North right now, just past Vernon Odom Boulevard, and it is quite smoky. It's the visibility they're saying at 3 miles is probably a stretch in this part of the road, at least. You know, the road curves, so you can't see 3 miles, but it's quite hazy just 500 yards ahead. So if you're out and about, try to stay in and about instead, because the smoke is not good for anyone. I'll give it back to you at this point. 73, everyone have a good day. KAGGG, back to you, AAHCS. Have a good day.
James, I don't know that it was an audio issue on your part. I just think it was a combination of the clash of the signals. And I just got a partial, that's all. So this last transmission, you sounded fine. So take that for what it's worth, my friend, and thank you for being here. Don't be a stranger. K8GGG, we're going to clear with James. Don't forget to have a thoroughly terrific Thursday, James, because it is. Heading down to Columbus, K8CWS to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning, Corbin. How are you doing in the heat? And how's the House negotiations, or not negotiations, but preparations, I suppose? How's all that coming? K8CWS, this is AA8CS, and Rick, LYG, you're on deck.
AA8CS, K8CWS, good morning, Gary, and the rest of the net. First hit some weather here. We got 77 degrees, light wind out of the southwest, 90% humidity, 30.03 on the barometer, 74-degree dew point. They tell us we're headed up to 95 today. Goody. Air quality currently 57, headed up to an 8 later. So I think we're catching some of the smoke as well. I don't know that it's quite as much looking at a map, but yeah, not great down here. How am I doing in the heat? Currently I'm doing great. I'm sitting inside in the air conditioning, and it's keeping up because it's in the morning. Ask me later this afternoon. Hopefully I'm still good, but yeah, not great, but that's okay. We you know, it's the middle of July. What do you expect? House stuff going great. We did our final walkthrough yesterday. Everything with that was good. And then we're hoping to close tomorrow. We might even close today. If everything comes back this morning, we might be able to sneak in the appointment and get all that taken care of, but we're assuming tomorrow at the very latest. So just to explain that, we did a USDA loan, and everything got submitted right at the line, and they have about a 4-day turnaround, so we're just kind of at the mercy of them. But as soon as they come back, we'll be clear to close, and we'll get that done. So we're excited that looking at it yesterday, it's the first time we've looked at it really knowing for sure it's going to be our house. So that was pretty special. I climbed up. So the tower, the ham radio, the antenna tower is in concrete. I think it's 40 feet, at least 40 feet, but it's bolted to the barn with big lag bolts. And so I needed to get a picture of the barn roof for insurance, and so I shimmied up that thing just to the point where it was bonded to the barn and took a picture, but also was doing some good inspection where I could of the tower, so I'm getting excited for that. I have a couple questions that I might have to pose to the group at some point down the road, so you know, don't want to get myself in any kind of trouble. And I do plan to get a safety harness and all the goodies to make sure that I'm good to go with that thing. So I don't want any accidents or anything like that. None of that. Took a little forced break there. Sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you, Gary. Thanks for picking me up this morning. I hope everybody has a terrific Thursday, and catch everybody down the coax. This is K8CWS saying 7-3.
All right, Corbin, that is fabulous news. Final walkthrough today, and possibly closing today or tomorrow. That's exciting for you, and I'm very happy. I didn't know that a tower came with the homestead there. That should be very exciting for you. So yeah, get all the goodies. We don't want any accidents. Yeah, that's for sure. So you take care. Be careful. Weather the heat today, And we'll talk to you again tomorrow. All right, K8CWS, we're going to clear with you. Corbin, take care. Tell your lovely bride that we all said hello, and you have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. Clearing with CWS. Let's see what's on Rick's mind. KC8LYG to take it. This is AA8CS and W2JLS. You're on deck.
AA8CS, this is KC8LYG. I just did the 50-mile dash across the pool to get to my back doing some things. Stay sane in this heat. Got a little bit of yard work to do. I'm trying to get that done quick before the sun rises. It is hazy. The only smoke going on around here is for me. But it feels like it's going to be a stinker today. So everyone be safe, drink lots of water, and enjoy the weather. We've been wanting this, I guess. Bad Net Control, KC8LYG Portable from Massillon, Ohio.
All right, Rick, very good. We got 99% of that. There was a little noise in the background. I'm not exactly sure what that was. It kind of really diminished quite a bit at the end there. But you were intelligible for sure. Just wanted you to know. I don't know what that sound might have been. Maybe a warble of some kind. It sounded like a warble to me, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is either. Rick, take care. Good to hear you this morning. Don't forget it's thoroughly terrific Thursday, so make sure you have one. All right, we're going to clear with LYG. Let's see what my neighbor has going on. W2JLS. This is AA8CS. Good morning.
Well, Gary, good morning on your ears, sir, to you and all the listeners and those frequenting the net today. I'll say that warble, as you described it, I heard that as well in the last gentleman's signal, but I was hearing it on you, too, so I don't know if it's something more general. Maybe you hear a warble on my signal coming in through the EchoLink. Just arriving up here in Lakewood on my way to the office, and yeah, very smoky, very, very smoky. My family, I was on the phone with them, and Mom and Dad and my sister out in New York State yesterday after work, and they were reporting a lot of smoke there, and I really couldn't tell out here in Ohio. But certainly this morning, spectacular look at the sun as I was leaving the house and along my route here today. But yeah, it's noticeable, and you won't have to wonder what's going on when you get a look at the sun. And I also mentioned it's not limited to Northeast Ohio and the Northeast in general. We do have some other reports of similar smoke out in Colorado. Friends out there were acknowledging for the last 2 or 3 weeks they've been getting some smoke as well. Anyway, Gary, thanks for having me this morning. This is W2JLS passing it back.
All right, John, very good. You were warble-less. No warble on your sound. And I kind of heard it on my signal as we transitioned when I let up off the push-to-talk and got that little initial receive. There was a little echo. I heard an echo of myself with the warble, so I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to figure that one out. All right, John, thanks for being here, sir. Always a pleasure. You take care. Have a terrific Thursday, and we'll talk to you again soon. Hopefully tomorrow. Meeting tonight, John. Hopefully you can make that as well. W2JLS. This is AA8CS. N8BAY. Ralph, you're up. How you doing? Hey, I tried to set it straight this morning. That laundry day is on Friday. So I hope I didn't overstep my bounds there, sir. N8BAY to take it. This is AA8CS. Good morning, Ralph. How you doing?
AA8CS, this is N8BAY. Good morning, Gary, and everyone listening. You are correct. Friday is laundry day. Nevertheless, we've been busy today. Watered the flowers, got that done before 7 even. Got our walk in. We did a little shorter one today because it is just really sticky out there. I just don't like to walk when it gets to be this humid. So we got that done. Preparing for our next woodworking project, trying to do some planning for that. Down in the basement at the moment, trying to do a little FT8. Having a little success, not a lot, but a little success. So we'll just keep at it here for a while. Anyway, I hope everyone has a thoroughly terrific Thursday, a great rest of their week, a great weekend coming up. AAHCS, this is N8BAY, back to net control. 73, all.
N8BAY, this is AAHCS. All right, Ralph, thanks for being here this morning. Thanks for being here. And that warble was way back in the background, very, very, very faint. I heard it at the end of your signal. It's got to be something with the repeater or a piece of the digital apparatus, perhaps. I'm not sure. Anyway, just thought I'd throw that out. We'll get our crack technical team on it and see what's going on. All right, we're going to clear with N8BAY. I'm at the bottom of my list. This is the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Barometer Net on the W8WKY repeater. This is the thoroughly terrific Thursday morning edition. If you'd like to join us, now's your opportunity. This is AAHCS, and I am listening. Come on down.
This is Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie. Whiskey Delta 8, Papa India Charlie. Bob near Toledo, Ohio.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo KE8YUK. Miss Lucy with the kids. We arrived at our destination, so we'll be in and out, Gary 73.
Kilo KD8SLG with a recheck, please.
Kilo Foxtrot 6, Peace on Earth, Christian in Bass.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo Romeo Zulu, Terry and Whiskey Run, West Virginia, KF8ERZ.
All right, here's who we have. WD8PIC, KE8YUK. Lucy, I have you in and out. Take care. Have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. And you take care of them youngins. Yeah, that's for sure. KE8YUK, have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. KF6POE is in the log, as well as KF8ERZ, Whiskey Run, West Virginia. Good to hear you this morning, Terry. Before we get started with this round, SLG with the recheck. Go ahead, Nick. What say you?
KD8SLG returning. I think that warble, as we're describing it, we were hearing, is called the capture effect. There's a really great article on w8wky.org about it, written by N8EI. I know this because when I was using AI to write a trivia question, AI referenced N8EI's article as one of its sources. Anyway, it's the heterodyne kind of bouncing back and forth. When we get doubles and you kind of hear both people at the same time, that's going on, and I think the warble is just the other doubling station, which could be another repeater that's getting in here because of the VHF bounce today, is just breaking in enough to cause that little warble in the background. That's my 2 cents. I'm probably wrong, but that's my guess. KD8SLG, back to net control. Thank you, Gary.
You're pretty close, Nick. W8TD.
All right, Nick, very good. I'm going to head to the web page and see what that's all about. we'll take a read at Jason's article and see what's there. That's interesting that AI has already incorporated Jason's mind. Oh man, that's scary. Oh boy! All right, thank you for that. It was only on I forget whose rig that was. I think I don't know. The commonality. I'm just trying to wrap my head around. We'll figure it out, and but at least there's an explanation out there. Thanks for that, Nick. All right, to the top. WD8 PIC to take it. Good morning, Bob.
Okay, and I have another comment about that. He's almost correct. I mean, he's correct, but he's real close. I'll fill you in on what it is. But before I do, which repeater? I've got two repeaters that I can hit this morning because of the massive band opening. This is 3.9. Listen to my signal. And this is 146.7. Am I full quieting into both of them? Which one am I getting into the best before I make my comment? Go ahead.
All right, Bob. Yeah, you were fine business into both of them. Little bit different noise background at all. It was all the only difference. Back to you.
Okay, well he's almost correct. What it is, the band is open really good, and on that one station, if you paid attention to the one station, the warbling was stronger. Then it dropped completely, and then when it came back, it was much weaker. What it is, it's two stations working a totally different repeater. The warbling, and if you want me to, I'll demonstrate it for you, because I have two antennas. I'll hook my other radio up to the other antenna and demonstrate this. I'll double with myself. What it is, the warble is, if they were two clean carriers, they would not warble. Well, I mean, they might when both people are talking, but you understand what I'm saying. It would be a clean tone, other than the, of them talking. The warble is the difference between the tone that, like for instance, if I doubled with myself, and right now I'm using a 114, point whatever to get into Doylestown. If I went to 110, the warble would be, there would be a warble. If I put both radios at 114, then it would just be a buzz. It would be a clean buzz because both. Or if I can't do this because I can't do this because neither this repeater will not accept anything without a tone. But if this repeater would accept something without a tone, I could double with myself, and it would be clean until I talked. You follow what I'm saying? It's the difference between the two PL frequencies that makes the warble. So, and the fact that both transmitters are not exactly on the same frequency either. You have to have a slight frequency offset to get the tone, and then if there's a PL on it, and the two PLs are different, that's what makes the warble. I've been in ham radios and I've done a lot of experimenting. What I have here on the house, I've got two antenna mounts that are 9 feet apart, and I thought, it would be neat to put a good gain antenna at the top of each one, because when you drive around in your car and you're not working a local repeater, you know how you'll be listening to something and it gets stronger and weaker and stronger and weaker as you drive? That's because your antenna is constantly changing location. And you know how you pull up to a stop and this signal isn't very good. And then you move a little bit and all of a sudden it gets better. Or you're on a handheld and you change positions. Anyway, it's that same principle. So I'm using that principle for two antenna spots. And it works. I've got a 3-section on one mount and a 2 section on the other. And the only reason why I don't have 2 3s is because I've got a lot of antennas on the second mount, the one that has the 2 section. And I didn't want to stress out the lag bolts. So I've got a 2 section antenna at the top of that one. And sometimes the 2 section antenna will be much better than the 3, just because it's in a better spot. By the way, it's no wind, 70. I had the statistics in my head, but the dew point is in the upper 60s. The temperature's in the 70s, and the pressure is rising. I don't remember what it is, but it's rising. I should have recorded that because I'm totally blind. Back to net control. WD8PIC, Bob in Sylvania, Ohio, near Toledo, and the air quality is around 600. It's terrible. You go out, your throat is burning and everything. Go ahead.
Comment, W8TD.
All right, you guys...
Everything dropped for a minute. All the nodes timed out.
Here. We're overdue, overtime. I have a couple puppies I got to take care of. It's an interesting topic, and but this is just a drive time net, and we're not going to. We just can't do it now. That's all. And Bob, you timed out all the nodes. Okay. All right. Not the time and place, gentlemen. WD8PIC, we're going to clear with you. Christian, KF6POE. Take it away, please. And Terry, ERZ, you're on deck.
This is Kilo Foxtrot 6. Peace on Earth. And I'm trying to send smoke signals out here this morning to let everybody know to stay inside. A lot of QRM. Oh well, I know my neighbor got the message because he was coughing. I was here earlier in the net and I fell asleep, dozed right off. It was very peaceful, thank you. And I dreamed that, Gary, you were running the net from my spare bedroom. My wife came in and was like, what the heck is going on here? The word defenestration, introduced to me from the ClubNet a month or so ago, is in the new Dan Brown book, Secret of Secrets, where Robert Langdon defenestrates himself from a hotel window in Prague. So, thank you for that little gift. See everybody at the meeting tonight. I'm going to warble on out of here. 73.
KF6POE88HCS. All right, warble away there, Christian. We'll talk to you again real soon. Probably tonight, I would imagine. KF6POE, 73 to you. Let's head down to Whiskey Run, West Virginia, KF8ERZ to take it. This is AA8CS, and Carrie, CTM, you're on deck.
AHS, this is KF8ERZ. Good morning, Gary, and everybody on the net. I won't hold it. I know we're short on time, and I know you got some puppies to take care of. I got one out here, too. So, a little late coming to the table. I overslept this morning, but I didn't have a dream like Christian's about you being in my spare bedroom running the net. That's pretty interesting. So, that'd be nice, though, to at least make a oddball QSO with you. But maybe someday soon. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a wonderful Thursday. I'm going to get my day started, and I'll just hand it back to Net Control. So 73s and God bless. This is KF8ERZ.
All right, Terry, thank you for being here. Always a pleasure, my friend. We will have that eyeball QSO one day. That will definitely happen. KF8ERZ, we're going to clear with you. Let's bring in the closer, W8CTM, to take it. This is AA8CS. We'll have 46 check-ins today, Carrie, with you, including you and I. So, yeah, we did all right. We did A-OK. Take it away, Carrie. This is AA8CS.
Good morning, Gary, and good morning to all the check-ins and listeners out there on this thoroughly terrific Thursday morning. It's a bit hazy. I think that's the smoke coming in from Canada, but we'll deal with it. We do pretty much every year. Anyway, I don't have anything today. I got to get moving here. My niece is coming up from Florida. I haven't seen her in 10 years, so it'll be a fun weekend. That's the rest of the week and the weekend. And my son and his wife is coming up from southern Ohio, so it'll be a good get together. Anyway, hope everybody has a terrific Thursday out there, and that's about it with me this morning, Gary, so I'll send it back to you. Everybody just enjoy. 73, all W8CTM, and we'll turn it back to A8C. You know what your call is, Gary. I'm stumbling here in my brain. Anyway, back to you, Gary, and everybody just enjoy. 73.
Thanks for that close, Carrie. Do appreciate that. W8CTN, this is AA8CS. Before we leave, I want to remind everybody that this net does meet regularly, Monday through Saturday, starting at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m., runs about an hour, sometimes a little more. Please be a regular check-in. Keep this fabulous net alive. After all, it is the premier drive time net in northeastern Ohio. This is the W8WKY repeater on 147.39 megahertz located in Doylestown, Ohio. And my name is Gary. The call is AA8CS. I return this repeater back to regular and standard amateur radio use. 72, everybody have a absolutely thoroughly terrific Thursday, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Meeting tonight? Yeah, 7 p.m. at the Eagles. Be there or be square. This is AA8CS, and I am clear.
Okay, so I'm going to recheck here, but let me just say, 77 Gent Road's all back in working order. So just the final pavement that they got to do. So, and I did see that map of the VHF stuff on Facebook that someone from Maslin Group put on. So, and I looked at it this morning a little bit. So, KSFQV. We'll see everyone somewhere down the page. KSFQV.
Thank you, Mark. W8TD, this is KDSLG. You still there, John?
Well, hello, Nick. KDSLG, W8TD.
I heard you twice. What's your take on it, John?
Well, the term capture effect is being misused. What we're hearing is the opposite of the capture effect. If two signals arrive at an FM receiver, and one is, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 dB stronger than the other, the stronger signal takes over the discriminator, and the other signal is as though it were never there. It's just not there at all. The stronger signal captures the receiver. But when two signals come in that are closer in strength to each other, then neither one can completely capture the receiver, and both signals can contribute to what you're hearing. And when it's a warble sound, like we're hearing today, which is usual these days, the primary contributor to that warble is phase noise. Everybody has synthesized transmitters these days, and every synthesizer has phase noise, which has the effect of wobbling the frequency a bit. And it's that phase shift, the wobble, that we hear as a warble. But we only hear it because there is no capture effect. The signals are similar in strength.
Okay. Well, I don't know what synthesizers sound like when they're out of phase, but okay. That works for me too. Either way, it was just a little bit of a warble, and now we've got a couple of different possible explanations for it. Sounds good. I know I've heard something similar when people are a little bit off frequency, like 147.385 instead of 39. So that sort of tiny little discrepancy of 0.01 or 0.02 hertz or something, megahertz. I've heard that as well when I'm watching WB8CXO when he puts up the nets on his FlexRadio with a really nice display. You can see a little bit of variation if somebody's a little bit off frequency as well.
Yeah, nobody is dead nuts on frequency, but and two signals coming in on slightly different frequencies, there'll be a mixing effect, but and it'll generate a tone, but the tone will be AM, and your receiver will ignore it, so you shouldn't hear that. Although if it's strong enough, the FM receiver will try to respond to it. But the phase noise is just noise in the synthesizer. The synthesizer's output is not pure, like a straight oscillator could be. It's constantly trying to maintain frequency with the phase lock loop, and that searching is very minuscule. Obviously, they're designed to seem stable, but there is some searching, and this causes some phase shift. And it's always there. My signal is doing it, your signal is doing it, every synthesized transmitter does it. It's very minor and you can't hear it unless two signals are beating together. Then suddenly the phase noise becomes significant. And not even significant, but detectable. So doubles always sound like that if they're similar in strength. Just that when the band's really up, we're hearing a lot more of it than we're used to. But yeah, the capture effect eliminates that. I'm sure Jason knows that well, and I haven't looked at the article, but I'm sure it's accurate and complete. But it's not what we're hearing today. Probably see you this evening. I expect to be there. I've got somebody coming in later afternoon, but I plan to get rid of them in time to head down to Rittman. 73, stay inside. I have to suit up today, but hearing is by telecommunications, so I only have to put on half a suit, and I can stay inside where it's cool. I had to go to court yesterday. Had to put the whole suit on and go out there and get exposed. Bummer. But today, the first time I leave the house, if I do, will be to see you guys. Katie at SLG, W8TD.
Well, consider yourself lucky being able to stay on the cool side of the door this afternoon. And we'll catch you later on. See you at dinner. I got to call those guys, remind them we're coming. Catch you later, John. WATD, KD, SLG. Clear.
WATD, K4OG. You still out there, John?
Now what? K4OG, W8TD.
I love those responses. Now what? Yeah, I
I totally concur with your explanation. Makes perfect sense to me because in just reading, the stronger signal needs to be twice as loud, which is 3 to 6 dB difference. So that is the capture effect. But I didn't get to hear the warble, unfortunately. But I am, in my mind, reflecting back to when you were trying to sing with somebody and trying to harmonize with them, and you would hear the occasional, as you get closer to harmony, it would that waviness you hear would finally go away. As soon as you got in perfect harmony, just kind of that comes to mind when I'm thinking or imagining this stuff. But what I really wanted to say is look forward to seeing you at the meeting, or at least dinner. I'm bringing an interesting 3D artifact to show you. K4OG, WATD.
Comment? Comment, fire away.
KC8 LYG Portable. I think the Warble Man was me. I am on a brand new HT, quite a bit of ways from the repeater down here in Maslin. Maybe that was just the way signals were getting there. Anyone hear it now? Over. I thought I'd jump in and say, hey, just because I hear I have a warble, but it could be something weird. Over.
No, you sound fine. The warble was just an artifact of two signals mixing together in the receiver. And they both have phase noise in them because all synthesized transmitters have phase noise in them. So that's not a fault of your radio. And what it tells you is that your signal was so strong that the nearby signal didn't capture the receiver. So it actually means you're doing well.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I had it there. Well, very good. I'm back out of here. I'll let you guys go at it. I know sometimes where I sit out here, I have a couple gazebo-type things set up around the pool with sheet metal roofs on it. And if I'm sitting under it, sometimes I got to jump outside, get closer to the pool, and out from underneath that to make it in okay. But that's great. I love the fact that I can hit this repeater like this with an HT from clear down here. But you guys have a great day. Stay cool. KC8LYG, I will be clear. 73s, guys.
73, KC8LYG, WATD. Yeah, your signal's perfect and fine. And surprisingly strong. What do you think, Mark?
WATD, K4G. Yeah, I concur, John. That's a great signal there. No issues whatsoever. All right. Yeah, and good luck with your half a suit today, John. More power to you.
Yeah. Yeah, this never used to happen. COVID caused a great many telecommunications teleconferences, and the aftermath, like many other things that changed during COVID, and only because of COVID, they're not going away like they should. So we still do teleconferences. Well, I'm lazy, so I'm fine with it, but it isn't right. I can't cross-examine someone if I can't see their eyes and their posture, and it ain't the same. And they should have dropped it, but they didn't. Well, I look forward to seeing a new artifact. I gathered up a bunch of spools I might bring them. Because I figure you guys that are playing with wire antennas, you and Jim and Dave, might have uses for those, and I don't. They just take up space. Just about got the latest revision of that housing done. It's looking pretty nice. But I might bring a prototype, but it don't look a whole lot different from what you've already seen. It's just more nearly complete. K4OG W8TD.
W8WKY.
Hi, John. Well, yeah, you know, your prints are just amazing quality. You certainly know how to dial in your printers, and you know it well. So I'm always impressed with whatever you produce. Me, I'm just a run and gun kind of guy, and hope for the best. Yeah, this is where there was a clog in the printer head, and it left something interesting behind it. I think I'll bring this to the table and show it off. Yeah. All right, John. I'm going to pretend like I'm going to get back to work. It's been a slow morning, luckily, and let's say good luck with your appointment today, and look forward to seeing you tonight. K402 back to WATD.
Yeah, man. You know, I like to see artifacts, especially ones that weren't supposed to happen. They tend to be the most interesting. Next time I clear a blob of death, I'll have to remember to save it. This hot weather is goofing things up. That's why you're clogging. And I had 2 clogs last night. It's just it's too hot and too humid, and the machines aren't happy. I wanted to print 3 samples of the latest rev of the lid, and I could only get a successful print out of one of the 3 machines I was trying to use. So, gosh. Boy, that one worked perfectly, I can't tell you, but the other 2 did not. They're all enclosed. They're all the same technology. Running them all at the same temperature. But 2 of them weren't happy. So it's all part of the fun. Talk to you this evening. Have a great day. Stay indoors as much as you can. K4OG W8TD.
'73's John.
Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, mobile.
K8YUK, KD8SLG. How you doing, Lucy?
KD8SLJ. Gee, I know what I'm talking about. K8YUK. Hi, Nick. What's up?
few final things before tonight. Was just heading out the door and heard you jump in there, so I wanted to say hi. And if Betty's with you, Merry Christmas, and hello, Will, as well. You have fun motoring around out there. How's the breathing?
Well, it's good to hear you. Thanks for saying hi before you leave. We won't keep you too long, but we are doing pretty well. I've got both kids, and the breathing isn't. Dang it! I wanted to drop in and get that gas, so I think I'm going to do that. The breathing isn't so bad. It's definitely smoggy. It's definitely gross. And I was like, you know what? We are not going to leave the house today. Well, they both woke up at 6:40, and I needed to get out of the house to not lose my mind even more than I already have. So we went to go to church, and again, I was like, we got to limit the exposure. We got to be quick. Well, there are 3 stray cats outside of the church, so before you know it, we're all outside petting cats. So that went great, but all of us are fine so far. Yeah. That's what we're up to, though. I will not be at the meeting, but I give everybody our best.
Well, thanks, Lucy. You have fun out there. And wash your hands after touching the feral cats. KD8SLG. I'm going to clear with KE8YUK. We'll catch you later, Lucy. I'll be clear on yours.
Nick, the whole point of petting feral cats is the flavor. Now we got Purell right away because Will wasn't even allowed to touch cats. That's just bad on all ends. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you down the log. KE8YUK. We'll say 73 is Betty. Do you want to say bye? KE8YUK. We'll be clear.
W8WKY.
Hi, Bob. D3MMX. Where's the 44375 machine? You were here when you brought your duplexer over. It's right in my shop. It's here in Shedden. Okay, well, I'm communicating from my driveway on full power, mind you. I'm going to see how low I can go. 1 second. Got that thing with a toothpick. It's got a super receiver up in St. Thomas with a preamp mass mounted. It's crazy. Okay, Roger, how am I getting in right now? I'm on 5 watts. You're getting in fine. Yeah, the 44375, that is a 4-bay Sinclair, and it's only a couple of years old. It's one of the newest ones. And it's up there with the preamp 3 feet away from the antenna. It's in a little weatherproof box, and it's got a small mini notch duplexer in there to notch out the linking, and that thing is hot as a pistol. Oh, okay. Just right on. Did you send me a link to the software? You said you had a link to the software. I just want to see if it's not messed around with. for the MTRs. I need to program that other one up. I want to try and replicate the settings that are in there. From one to the other that I thought up in there now. One that replaces 30 watts, 100 watts.
Okay, send me an email with what you're looking for, and I'll see what I can do here.
Okay, Roger, thanks. Yeah, I know, you said you had a link or something, so I'll just sure. All right, let's the others come in. Very good propagation day. Have fun, everybody. I gotta get to work. That's great. We have black days, so that's me.
Got it. Okay, Bob, no problem. You have a good day at work there. 7-3, preamp.
10 meters. So you got those? Would you like to take a couple answers or hit the L&L room?
So to say. And I guess my question that I was going to ask everyone was kind of answered on the...
In Ohio.
KF8SAS, I believe. Good morning, Chris. Handle here is Scott, and the call is Whiskey 8 Alpha Kilo Yankee.
Good morning. Man, bands must be open quite a bit. It's the first time I ever actually got to hit this repeater.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about that. 2 meters is wide open because of all the smoke coming down from Canada. We've got some really crazy ducting going on.
I like it. I don't like the smell of the smoke, but I like that I can hit this repeater. That's nice.
Roger, yeah, it's an Adrian, by the way, and about, I think it puts out about 20 watts, and it's about 140, 150 feet in the air, something like that.
I'm fairly new. Ham. I got licensed back in November, and I've had this. I lived in Wasion for a while. I programmed this in when I lived in Wasion. I could hear static on it every once in a while. Then since I moved over here, I actually got an antenna up. It's only about 30 feet, so I'm actually kind of surprised.
Oh yeah, very good. In fact, I was just talking to Adam.
Radio Club, Whitchurch, Stouffville.
NHJKO. Did you hear the question? Would you like to give answers?
See what, even though the fire is nasty, just to see what this does.
All right, sir. Thanks for coming back to me. I appreciate it. Have a good one. 73 to you from KF8FS. Have a good one.
Roger, Roger. W8AKY. Clear and listening.
Definitely, I had started to think about what Hitchcock's humor was like, and I had thought of cello, but other people answered before I got back. So,
3 Hotel Sierra, Bill.
Victor Alpha 3 Sierra, Bill, if you would, go ahead and take one. Good morning to you.
Yeah, very good morning to you as well. I heard someone else try to check in there as well. The call sign is Victor Alpha 3 Hotel Sierra, VA 3HS. We're located in a small town called Mount Bridges near London, Ontario. In the center in between Detroit and Toronto. I'll kind of give you an idea as to whereabouts we're at here in southwestern Ontario with all the smoke. Visibility here, I'm just trying to see, I can't see the bush back here. The bush is about 2,000 feet behind me. I'm thinking visibility might be around 1,500 feet or something like that at this present time.
So sorry, guys, about the smoke. It's an unfortunate situation, something I never saw as a child, but we've had a few years of this off and on, and hopefully we'll get more equipment built to manage the like water bombers and what have you. If you fellas are interested, there's a video on Fox Weather, and it shows by huge flames in Canada, and this freight train is off on a siding. W8S6, let me see if I've got it. Bill, you were in there really solid. Wes, I heard you call, but I moved Bill ahead of you as a DX station. I wasn't sure how long he was going to be able to be in there. Wes, if you would, go ahead and take a turn, and just this one time, pass it back to me. Good morning, and welcome to the roundtable.
Good morning, gentlemen. This is NAQM Mobile, headed into Ann Arbor. I have an appointment at the Premier Audio on Jackson Road. I'm going to do some cable installs for me. Appointment's at 11, so I'll be killing some time. Send it down to Jim in AQM.
Good morning again to our most recent check-ins in AQM, Wes, who lives in Washtenaw County, and to Bill, Victor Alpha 3, Sierra Hotel, I think, or maybe it's Hotel Sierra, I forget. Bill, hopefully you can correct the call sign on the next round. Sorry for having bad notes here. Good to hear you this morning, and thanks for contributing to the roundtable and checking in. Larry, if you would, go ahead and take one. If you would, pass it to Dave.
Okay, very good. Well, good to hear Bill this morning from Ontario, and also good to hear my friend Wes.
I'm a snowbird. I go down to Florida in the winter. I'm retired. Small town called Leesburg. I guess it's not so small anymore, but it's about 10, 12 miles across north to south, and maybe 5 miles east to west. It's more elongated, about 20 miles northwest of Orlando. How long ago has that been? Yeah, I would say probably things are still the same. Not a whole lot has changed in Leesburg, especially the downtown area. Just one little main street with a few shops here and there, and that's about it. We're about a mile from the villages, and we're just right off of 44. I'm in HOA, which I cannot put up any tower yet, but still waiting on the what's in the I lost the words this morning. Anyhow, there's a docket in the for ham operators to not have the HOAs not to have so much power on the antennas. Roger. Yeah, pretty lucky up here. We're kind of up on a hill, but our elevation's pretty low. It's about 600 feet. So I can see the water from on top of the tower. And it's actually the bay. So we got water on both sides. South is the bay, and north is Lake Erie. Roger, it's 4 element, high gain, 6 meter, and I get on every once in a while. There's a local net over here in Toledo, which is about, I'm only running 25 watts on 6, which is about the maximum I can get distance-wise on 6 unless the band opens up. Roger, is that on the lower end of 6 or FM? I have not heard much activity on the FM. I used to be on 52525 a lot when I lived down in the Columbus area, but have been away for a while and don't hear much on it anymore. So I look for band openings on 6 on the lower end.
Today's not normal.
I heard somebody else in there. I won't hold over on Simplex channel. Do you know Greg?
Get rid of some coffee and get another cup, but I'll sit here and listen a bit, so just be interested. I might dial around and see what else is going on here, too. I'm surprised that, I was telling Scott, I'm surprised I haven't heard other things coming in the scanners upstairs. Usually when the band conditions are way up, the old VHF stuff I've got in is bringing in other things, but then again, over the past 10, 15 years, with the proliferation of systems and people leaving their VHF, UHF channels, there's not that much to listen to in the analog stuff anymore. So I'll be back here in a bit. You guys go ahead. I'll be back.
I don't see any, so I don't know if it's open or not. Must be open someplace. There's lots of guys calling, but nobody from here calling DX and nothing. So, and I don't see any DX responding. Their day, and I'll do the same. So I'm not going out of this slope. Not good for anything. So everybody have a great day, and we'll catch you probably Saturday, hopefully.
Then 3HBL, Mobile, listening.
Okay, you know what? Let me write that down, and I'll ask her if she knows those city names.
It sounds like she's way over on the other area, north of Ohio and eastern Michigan and stuff. We're north of Michigan.
That happens one more day. Let this smoke clear out.
Yeah, that's a good plan. If you can feel good about not doing it, that's and not feel guilty, that's good. If you got another day, this is an excellent excuse, I think.
No. You know what?
No, I don't think it's good. I think you're safe. I would feel good about it.
I only caught about the first half of what you said that time. I think you made it for Hill or something.
Yeah, I'm heading away. I was just saying you should feel good about not cutting the grass today. I think you could be forgiven it another day. Anyway, I'm just about destinated anyhow.
Still in there, so you'll pass it to Bill when you're done.
Excellent. And I'm inclined to say excellent on the atmosphere, or is it a curse? One way or the other, because